In one form or another, your energy is always connected, so you're always around each other. But when you're actually physically around each other, you're very likely to feel them by your side. You may not be able to see them at one point or another, but you'll feel their presence. Even more, you'll feel their feelings and their moods much more intensely than over distance. Although in distance, you still connect and feel that. You'll feel that magnetic pull towards them intensely, and you're also likely to feel aroused by their mere presence. It's a natural part of this journey. And even when you're in separation phase, you're likely to experience blue and dreams, synchronicities and telepathy. When the reunion is impending, your telepathy intensifies. You dream about them all the time. So in some way, together, apart, you're constantly around each other. And that attraction, when you connect, becomes explosive, and you'll have an instinctive knowing of the other's inner universe. And when you are together, you feel at home in each other's presence. So you are always present with your twin flame in some form through that energetic soul cord. However, if you're in their presence, you're going to know. You experience an intense awareness of the twin flame. They may also feel that, no matter what point they are towards their ascension. If they're nervous, it could become more fidgety. If they're curious, they could start looking around to try and understand what's happening to their bodies and to their feelings, because they're not sure what's happening. So there's a whole slew of physical twin flame signs you can experience: heart palpitations, dizziness, temperature spikes, an unexplained pain or pressure in parts of your body, sudden fatigue, and even exhaustion. When you've met your twin flame, you're physically closer. Whether you've met in 3D person contact at some point or not, you'll have a much more intense awareness of their presence, and you can feel their pain and their emotions, and that can be very confusing. You might experience a sudden change of mood without knowing why. You might feel an intense emotional state. It could be intimidating or alarming, and part of that is just the beginning of the twin flame journey. You're unsure what's happening, and you're not yet understanding that you've tuned into your twin flame's emotions. Because of that intense type of connection you have, it's a journey of self-love and self-discovery as well as a soul bond. And the twins are connected and pulled towards each other like a magnet. And you can feel sheer twin flame arousal at a level you've never experienced before, just being in their presence. Remember, all of this stuff is guidelines, not rules. If you aren't feeling this, don't be alarmed. These can be things that happen in a later stage of your relationship or in a later stage of your spiritual development. So these are guidelines and not rules. If you are seeing these symptoms, it's a good start, but it doesn't automatically mean it's true twin flame. Conversely, just because you're not seeing them doesn't mean it's a false twin flame. Not easy, I know. We've talked about the separation stage, and it's very difficult. And the commonality for you and your twin flame during this stage, no matter if one is runner and one is chaser, the separation stage brings us a commonality of missing, of feeling blue, of feeling that something isn't there. It does not mean communication stops. More synchronicities happen, more angel numbers are sent to you, and during the separation phase, these are particularly sent to you as messages from your twin flame. So there are more synchronicities, there are more dreams, and during those dreams, you're playing out those twin flame relationship blueprints, and you're processing all kinds of thoughts and feelings, and potentially being challenged in your dreams to think about your commitment, the future, your sense of purpose, and your authentic self. So all of this dreaming, these synchronicities, that feeling of blue, flowing through both of you, through that cord. This is a common phase and a common set of feelings. You can, through meditation, work through some of this work. You can, through increasing your telepathy capacity, through meditation. You can help here to, in separation, keep that contact moving, that constant stream of shared information, that constant energy, that constant telepathy can absolutely bring together you and your twin flame and harmonize your frequencies in preparation for the next stage of the journey. The reunion symptoms are amazing. You're becoming more in sync with your frequencies, and that feels very strong. You're around each other, you're getting close to reunion. The telepathy is going to be off the charts between you because that excitement, that scaling up in energy, and that frequency heightening day by day is incredible. Whether you used to share the same interest or not, being around another and getting closer to reunion is going to orient that twin flame couple towards some of the same interests, pursuits, and hobbies. So you may be attracted to something you never thought you'd be attracted to. You're interested because part of your soul is interested. At this stage of the journey, dreams will be shared more often than not, and it's likely that you will have lucid dreaming together quite often, and quite sexual in nature at this time, often more intimate. The more time you spend around one another, the more intense that bond actually becomes and opens up portals to all kinds of dimensions for both of you. And in fact, that dream world might become more comfortable for you than the 3D realities of human experience. So at this point, that there is still probably some lower frequencies left to process, and they're likely to be between both of you. And don't be surprised that the same thing happened to you and your twin flame at roughly the same time. It's one of those final rounds of lower frequency purges that need to happen. A lot of numerology elements happen here. Numbers will jump out at you. Likely 444, 222, and 2222. These are the numbers that will scream out at you, we're coming back together. We're going to make union here. There's an explosive attraction at this time. It's going to be off the charts. You're going to be in each other's energy field for quite some time. And this 3D manifestation, this intimacy, is going to become stronger and stronger. So the physical symptoms of being part of a twin flame relationship does feel a bit like a roller coaster at times, the highs and lows. And the lows are obviously in those phases of separation, but it still exists. The physical symptoms still exist. That heart-wrenching, blue, alone feeling, while still understanding that someone is there for you and you just want to reach out and touch them in every dimension. Back to the highs of when you are together or coming into reunion again, that share the same palpitations and physical energy and spiritual energy around that touch, that sense of presence is amazing. So all of these different symptoms happening to us at different times, and we'll all experience them quite differently and with different kinds of intensity, depending on what your relationship is doing at that time. It's a roller coaster. Get on board. If you want some help with this part of your journey or understanding this more, then click the link below.